Hey YouTubers, thanks so much for checking out our video. For those of you that don't know us, I'm Trish.
And I'm Jose.
We're with Just Dance, and in this video, we're gonna be going over tips to improve your posture, frame, technique, connection, and musicality in the common patterns of Salsa on 1. And in this video, we're gonna be going over the followers underarm turn right. So let's get to it. All right, so first we're gonna demonstrate the followers underarm turn right. First, we're gonna do it in a profile view, and it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then we're gonna go from this angle as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. All right, so first we're gonna talk about the technique. And I'm gonna be giving the followers some tips on doing the turn. When we're doing anything in salsa, we need to remember our main technique is the Cuban motion, which I did create another video about in the basic step, and I'll put that in the description below, so make sure to check that out if you have no clue what Cuban motion is. If you do, then you already know that this dance has to have a constant leg action of bending and straightening the knees, which causes a reaction in the hips. So while we're turning, this doesn't change. My tip for you followers when doing the turn is to make sure that your knee is straight when the turn happens. So I'm going to demonstrate that by myself from this angle so you can see my knees bending and straightening. We have 1, 2, 3. The beginning of the step, my knee is bent, and then it straightens and my weight goes fully onto that foot. Now I'm going to step forward on 5, which goes right into my turn. So I step forward on 5, the knee is soft, and then I'm going to straighten it, and that's when I make my rotation around. The next step is a forward step with the right foot, and the knee is soft at the beginning. Then I'm going to straighten it, and that brings my weight over the foot, where I can then complete the turn and go into my next pattern. So making sure those knees are straight while doing the turn. My other tip for the followers is to make sure that first you step forward into your partner on 5 before you do that turn. When you do this first turn, your feet don't move from this spot. So keeping your right foot where it is, you're gonna rotate around on the ball of your left foot until you're facing away from your partner. And then you're gonna shift your weight forward onto the right foot, and you're gonna spin all the way back around until you're facing your partner again. And now you can complete your pattern. And my last tip for the technique for the followers is the ending of that turn, creating a opposition from your hips to your upper body. And I'm gonna show you that from this angle. So you've taken this step and you're about to come all the way around and finish the turn. Whenever I do that, my right hip is really gonna rotate back, but my shoulders are gonna stay forward. So at the end of the turn, it looks like this. My right hip is back, but my shoulders, you can see, are where my partner would be. I don't end the turn square where my hips and shoulders are parallel to each other. I actually want my hips to continue the momentum of the turn while my body stops the momentum of the turn. And that's gonna help you balance at the end of that fast spin. All right, I know that was a lot for the followers, but go ahead and practice your turns, and Jose is going to talk to the leaders on their connection.
Okay, leaders, I'm gonna give you guys a couple tips on cueing the turn and leading the turn in the underarm turn right in the salsa. Now keep in mind, these do happen on different steps. First, I'm gonna go over cueing. Now for cueing the underarm turn right in salsa, it happens on count 3. So you would have 1, 2, 3. Now all I did there was I opened my hand in the direction that I want Trish to go. So once again, you have 1, 2, 3. By doing this on count 3, this gives Trish enough time to know that I'm about to turn her right. All right, so that's my first tip in cueing. Now to go over leading the turn in underarm turn right, it happens on count 5 as I straighten my right knee. So demonstrating it, you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now tying back to what Trish said earlier about Cuban motion, about bending and straightening the knees, on count 5, all I'm gonna do is on count 5, all I'm gonna do is straighten that right knee, and as that knee straightens, I'm gonna circle my hand over Trish's head to do the turn. So once again, you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Yes, so tying that back to what I was doing, we'll show you from this angle. We're gonna go very slow so you can see our knee action. We have 1, 2, 3. First off, I wanna point out his hand opened. It didn't raise, it didn't push, it just stayed right where it was. It simply went from being closed to open. So now I know that he's about to lead my turn, but I'm not going to turn yet because he hasn't led it. He just gave me the signal. So now we're going to step in that direction. We both begin with a flexed knee because that's our cue of motion. But as we straighten our knee, he knows that that puts me all the way on my foot. So once our knee straightens, he knows that I'm on my foot and I'm ready to turn. So that's why he waits until then to circle the hand, because I'm balanced and I'm able to control the turn and not fall off my foot here. So then we both step in the same direction. He's gonna continue circling that hand around and he's gonna bring it around quickly, and that's what brings me around to face him, where we'll then change our weight in the spot. So now we're gonna dance that more fluidly, followed by a basic afterwards. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, basic. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do the turn again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna show you from another angle, this time with Jose's back to you, so the leaders can see his feet and his hand. We have 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, basic. 1, 2, 3, and one more time. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, basic. 1, 2, 3, and very good. And then one more time with my back to you. Same thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Awesome. So that is the followers underarm turn right. And we're going to quickly go over a recap of what we covered today, because we went through a lot. Starting with the technique, followers, make sure that you're remembering to bend and straighten your knees even while turning. So as you step forward, you're still bending, then straightening and turning, bending, straightening and turning, and so on and so forth. You're also focusing on when you step forward on 5, when you do that turn, your feet stay in this position. Your body simply is going to rotate around to the other direction, where you'll then shift your weight to the right foot and you'll complete your turn. And my last tip for the followers was at the end of that turn, making sure that the right hip continues to go to the right. It opens while the shoulders stay towards your partner, so that you have a nice counterbalance within your own body to help you stop the momentum from that turn. And then Jose went over some tips for the leaders.
My tips for cueing and leading the turn, how opening the hand cues the turn on count 3. And as you straighten that knee on count 5, you circle your hand over your head to complete the turn.
And those were our tips for today. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get notified for all the videos we post on a regular basis.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.